Hi, on this episode of Texas Hot Barbecue, I'm going to show you how I do my wings in the oven. Let's go check it out. The first thing I like to do is dry my wings in the refrigerator overnight. If you don't have enough time, a few hours before is fine. As always, I like to use a glove on one hand to handle the meat and have the other hand free to avoid any cross-contamination. Here, I'm using liquid smoke as my binder. If we were doing the wings in the smoker, I'd use olive oil. But since we're doing these in the oven, liquid smoke will help give them a nice smoke flavor. So I'll pour it in, mix it by hand to make sure the wings are fully coated. Next, I'll sprinkle in some baking powder. This will give the wings a nice crispy crunch. So I'll pour it over the wings just like I did with the liquid smoke until it has a nice even coat. Then I'll mix it in by hand to make sure it's spread evenly and to get out any clumps. After that, I'll give it a few quick tosses to make sure the wings are evenly coated. Last, I'll apply the rub. I always like to use the Fiesta Extra Fancy Chicken Rub. It's a go-to favorite of mine. I use it on my oven wings and my smoked wings. After you put on your favorite rub, mix it in by hand and then give it a few quick tosses. Next, I'll transfer the wings to a tray. I already have foil and a resting rack on the tray. They're both oiled down so that the wings don't stick. Next, I place the wings into 2 uniform rows, making sure they're not touching each other. I also like to use wing portion flats. It helps with an even cook and a nice presentation. Before the wings go into the oven, I like to give them a look to make sure everything is even. Then I'll give them one final pass of seasoning, making sure the wings are evenly coated. If you have any questions about this video, please leave them in the comments section below. Also, if you want to know about the items we're using, please check out the links in the description. Now that the wings are seasoned and prepped, I'll put them in the oven at 400 degrees. Also, if you'll notice, I have 2 water pans in the oven to help retain moisture. Then, we'll set the timer for 1 hour. Halfway through the cook, I'll take the wings out of the oven so I can flip them over to the other side. Once all the wings are flipped over to the other side, I'll season the top. The wings have all been flipped and seasoned, so now I can put them back in the oven for another 30 minutes. So it's an hour into the cook. Here I'll give them a final flip, then they'll go back into the oven for another 5 minutes. Now that the wings are done cooking, I'll let them rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. After they're done resting, I'll transfer them to the mixing bowl to get ready for the sauce. Now I'll start saucing the wings. The amount of sauce you use is up to your preference. Some people don't use the sauce at all. Personally, I like to use a little buffalo sauce. I'll use a squeeze bottle to help control the pour. Once the wings are sauced, give them a nice mix and toss until they're evenly coated. Now that the wings are coated, I'll put them on a serving tray. Finally, I like to give the wings a little drizzle for extra flavor and a nice presentation. Thanks for watching this episode of Texas Todd Barbecue Oven Wings. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all take care. Happy eating. Let's go. Oh, yeah.